exactly what the thought is besides this being a foreign agent that you put in your body that's not natural because it's artificial, your brain doesn't know that it's not real sugar. So you gain weight anyway. You do it because you don't want to lose. You want to lose weight. You don't want to gain weight. Well, the truth of the matter is you're better off just having the real thing. Literally, that's what the study shows. Purdue University, who conducted such artificial sweetener studies, I think we are in a place where we can say that they don't help. That's Purdue, folks, not just Canada's. We don't believe Canada. Well, there is Purdue University. Megan Azad, the lead author of the study, said researchers at the university are now examining how artificial sweeteners consumption by pregnant women may influence weight gain, metabolism, and gut bacteria in their infants. I wouldn't be doing artificial, honey. You're pregnant, stay off it. Don't need it. Nothing artificial, nothing questionable goes in your body. It's amazing what people will put in their body these days. But people, hey, somebody said it was healthy. It's a good thing. I've been there, folks. I know. I've used stevia. I've used Splenda. I've used Equal. I stopped using Equal when they said that it was like rat poison. And then now there's new research that shows that certain stevia, the way that they burn it or process it or package it, it's got contaminants in it that has arsen in it. Because, stevia is a natural plant in itself. It's the processing itself that's not good. I like raw sugar. Sugar in the raw. Natural. The trick, according to a lot of nutritionists and doctors will tell you, is its moderation. So if you like your coffee light and sweet, when I say light and sweet, we're talking a candy bar. There's people that like it there. A candy bar is sweet. You got to minimize it by a scoop every week. You're doing 6 scoops. 1 week it's 5, 1 it's 4, then it's 3, then down to 2. 2 is that magic number, so you don't deplete your calories. In other words, you overdo it. They say you got to think of your weight, your body, like you're filling up your car. You wouldn't just let the gasoline just spill out under the ground and all over your vehicle, would you? Well, that's what a lot of people do. They overeat. And the calorie count, well, you don't know because it's not spilling over until you look at your love handles in the mirror and they don't look so lovely to you, do they? You're bending down to tie your shoe and you're panting. You can't get your breath. That's not a healthy sign. So you got to wean yourself off. It's discipline. We all know it. But you got to think about it. And now sugar just came out now conclusively that it raises blood pressure. The last 3 to 5 years, they've been talking about that a lot more, that it raises your blood pressure, sugar. And there's sugar in everything. Condiments, ketchup, and mayonnaise, and salad dressings. Things that you wouldn't even think of, breads, starchy stuff. You have to look at it and see how many grams of sugar that you're consuming. You got to cut it out, and a lot of people are over addicted to it, and too much sugar causes cancer and fat. I hear of people that, are overweight, and I heard of this young lady who I know. She, a little overweight. And listen, if you're short and you're overweight, it's no fun, is it? If you're tall, you can kind of wear your weight a little bit better. But this young lady, she had a bowling ball just about cut out of her abdomen. It weighed 35 pounds. That's a big ball. Okay. Now, she was overweight to begin with, and I guess she just thought that she had gained some more weight. But see, your body starts doing weird things like that when you get all these fat cells and fat deposits and all this stuff going on where your body makes this kind of stuff. Now, luckily, it was not cancerous. She couldn't catch her breath. She went in and they cut this thing out of her. It was a big hole. But, you hear of women that are overweight and they find out they're pregnant 6 months and they didn't realize they were pregnant because that's how overweight they were. And I'm not making fun of overweight people. I know it's not easy to lose the weight. It was not too difficult to put on. All of us can gain weight pretty quickly. Some more than others. It's challenging, especially when you get older. But the biggest thing is you gotta make healthier choices, more greens, less fats, and exercise. I got to tell you, exercise I have found to be true in my own life is the fountain of youth. You got to exercise to burn some of them calories off. You got to move. I do 16.5 miles every other day cycling, and I get up early to do it. The humidity's unbearable even at 5 in the morning here, but the sun's not beaming on top of it. You got to feel like temperature about 89, 90 degrees in the morning with 85, 90% humidity. It's terrible, but imagine the sun on top of it feel like 105. So I'll take 78, 80 something degrees at 5 in the morning, but I get it done, and I feel so much better. And people tell me I don't even look my age, but I've been doing it for years. Now, I'm not perfect. I could lose 10, 15 pounds. I don't eat great, but I'm not in the drive-thru getting a Big Mac or a Whopper. I haven't eaten one of those in a long time, years and years. And I used to do all that stuff, but I had to make changes. And you might just be at that place where, you heard about the sweeteners and you're pre-diabetic or you got diabetes, but you got to take care of yourself. My dad died at 50 of a massive heart attack, but he had 98% blockage in his arteries. You got to go to the doctors. You got to take care of yourself. Don't check out. Remember, you may not care, but those around you care. So you need to care because they care. You should care about yourself anyways, first and foremost, but it is amazing you take care of everybody else. That's men and women. But then when it comes down to you, you're the last person. That's a tough thing. Come on. Get to the doctors. Get that weight under control. Get that body moving again. You can do it. Let me motivate you. When I'm on the air, I'm not a life coach, but you think that. I teach the art of voice acting. I teach people how to do commercials and people breaking into the voiceover industry on a professional level. I do this, but I do motivate people in a positive way. And you have to. A lot of people just are self-defeating. I mean, that's true. People they don't realize they're doing it, but they're doing it because it's habit forming. They just get into this rut. And it's too late. I'm this old. It's never going to happen for me. I'm never going to get down to a 34 or 36. I'm this big. I'm a size 16. It's always going to be that way. My mom was big. Her mom was big. I'm like, come on. Don't think that way. Change your mind. I also say, change your mind, change your life. You got to change your thought processes in your mind. Now, Walmart, you shop Walmart. They owed a huge apology. You're not going to believe this next story. Walmart spends millions of dollars in advertising. To tell you that always the low price always. Well, apparently they used a third party to advertise a wig cap. And of all things in the advertisement online, they used the N-word to describe in the color of the product statement that it was an N brown. And the ad basically became a target of social media on this past Sunday, and CNN Money noted it. Somebody said, at Walmart, we need to have a chat. Somebody tweeted it out, and a lot of tweets. Hey, here at Walmart, what are you doing? ? This is Walmart's racist description of the Jags natural full cap weaving net wig cap that they never get my money again. Yeah, use the N-word to describe the color of the wig. So the New York Post noted that Walmart issued an apology Monday for it. They said, we're very sorry and appalled that this third-party seller listed their item with this description on our website marketplace. Spokeswoman Dant Ricart wrote in a statement, though, that the retailer did not identify the third-party seller. According to the Post, very clear violation of our policy has been removed, and we're investigating the seller to determine how this could have happened. The New York Post said that Walmart removed the N-word from the ad, stating that the item would no longer be available. First of all, this is Walmart's website. You can't blame the third party. You gotta blame the webmaster. You got to blame the person who's running the website. I can't imagine there's just one person that updates Walmart.com from all the thousands of locations around the world. There's one person that handles the website with thousands of products online. Because people buy online. I mean, there's millions of people that buy online that never even go into a Walmart store. So I can't imagine that when you're placing product on there, that there's not any screening going on and nobody kind of looks at what somebody puts on there. It's not a free-for-all. Walmart's got to take some kind of responsibility. Well, they took the product down, but exactly who actually put that information in, it could have been a Walmart associate. It may not even been the third party. They blame the third party. Who knows if somebody at Walmart didn't do it? Would they even admit that they did it? Or if they had an employee that actually was racist? I guess we'll never know. Of course, they're going to sit there and backpedal all they can. The Huffington Post, they wrote about it. Of course, I don't subscribe to it, but they're counted as contributors to mentioning the story. It says, as Jasny's Naturals, the black-owned company, it's black-owned, based out of the United Kingdom. Reagan Dixon's Walmart National Media Relations Director later told the website that the Naturals were not the seller. Jasny's responded to the controversy of the website saying, we woke up this morning to the news that someone has used our name to list the item. Please be aware that we are reporting this to as many people as we can and trying to get the listings pulled down. The real Jagsy is, that's the name of Jagsy, is 100% black company for black people. People have often used our brands and resold them or said things that we didn't say to try to sell the product, but we didn't have anything to do with it. So there you go. They say they didn't do anything wrong. Somebody apparently got into the computer, a third party, and changed it. But the company itself is a black company. You heard it right here first, black company in the United Kingdom. It certainly is not racist. That makes these shower caps that didn't use the N-word. But again, who in the heck at Walmart runs the website? You don't hear Walmart saying that they're taking full responsibility. They just dumped the product line, and now the company has to suffer in the United Kingdom. Now they can't sell it at all the Walmart locations. So I'm sure there's going to be an investigation going on to find out how the N-word from an ad, how did it start, and why so quickly did Walmart make it no longer available. Very, very odd. Very peculiar. But think about it, folks. Who owns Walmart.com? Walmart. It's not the third party that owns Walmart.com. It's not the United Kingdom company that owns Walmart.com. It's Walmart. The buck stops here, folks. Come on. Take a little responsibility. Well, the responsibility is we're just going to go ahead and cancel it, and that'll be good enough for people that are complaining about it. That'll just debunk it. That'll clear it. It'll clear our name, and let's get it out of it, and then hurt a company that had nothing to do with it. Terrific. All black company, folks, in the United Kingdom. They didn't do it. Somebody else did it. But now the wrong party now has to suffer, and how many jobs now are going to be lost because of that? A lot of people use caps, when they color their hair or they straighten their hair and all that stuff. You need them. What an awful thing. What a terrible thing. I hope they find out. I'm sure there's got to be an internal investigation. On Walmart, they got to be doing their internal to find out what happened. I'm sure already by now, I'm certain that they know what's going on. Just like Hillary Clinton knew what was going on with her emails. It's amazing what geeks can find out when they get into computers to find out who did what and who